46 minutes, and as of this moment, 36 seconds away from WWE Roadblock. And why am I using so much energy? Why am I being so excited? I don't fucking know. This pay-per-view, it has a few decent matches. I mean, every match on the card looks like it's going to be a good match. Just on paper. But this is Raw we are talking about here, guys, and I have no faith that anything that I predict is going to happen will actually happen, because my mind has proven to be much better than those that actually make this shit. So, that being said, let's get to the card and our preview and prediction show right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, only on the Sledgehammer Sports Network, right here on YouTube.com. Please don't forget to smash that thumbs up. That's better. Click it for me. Make sure you let me know you like what I'm doing here. Also, again, let me get my hand in your face and show you guys right down there. Not Roadblock, although that's very cool that I did that. I want comments. I want to know what you guys think about what I'm thinking. I want to know everything about how you think things are going to go down this Sunday at 8 p.m. on the WWE Network for Roadblock. End of the line! We can't forget the tagline. End of the line. Get the fuck out of here. End of what? End of what line? Is it the end of Kevin Owens' line? Is it the end of the line for Sasha and Charlotte finally? Is it? I don't know. But we're going to see. This Sunday, December the 16th, from the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pretty appropriate, all the yellow and black that I used, and I did not do that intentionally. Maybe they did in their Roadblock design, because, well, I don't know, hasn't it always been yellow? What the fuck? I don't care. I'm getting off track. I'm wandering. But that's okay, because it's entertaining, isn't it? Let me know. Leave a comment, smash the like button, and subscribe if you have not already. Let's get into this card. Enough plugging myself. Here's the card as it stands right now. Let's get my little notepad up here on my trusty little shit iPhone. And this past week on Tribute to the Troops, we had a bonus match added. And I wouldn't quite call it a bonus unless what I predict to happen actually happens. And that is going to be the WWE Raw Tag Team titles will be up for grabs. The newly historic, longest reigning tag team champions in the WWE, The New Day, take on Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, yes, we've seen this. Yes, there is no reason to really care if you're just looking at it as a casual fan. Who cares? But insiders have been predicting that this Sunday will be the last day that the New Day will hold on to those belts. And personally, I don't like it. I think if they're going to drop it so soon after getting the record, just seems to prove the fact that all you wanted was for them to break the record in the first place, and now we're going to take the tag team titles and actually use them in some manner. But Cesaro and Sheamus are being hyped to possibly be the ones to stop this seemingly unstoppable title reign of the New Day. I don't agree with it. Like I said, out of all the tag teams, we're going to take the one team that we made up along the way, because we had no fucking tag teams. We're going to take the two singles guys who should be dominating the mid-card and fighting over the U.S. title and things of that nature. We're going to take them, we're going to make them a tag team. All right, I could swallow that. I can get over that. But let's put them over Gallows and Anderson. Let's put them over even Goldust and R-Truth. Not that they deserve a title run, but Goldust certainly is more deserved to have some gold around his waist, no pun intended on his name, but he's a veteran. He's been there for so long. He still has a lot to give, and you're using him in such stupid ways. I would rather see them be the ones to finally upset the New Day and then maybe give Goldust a one last hurrah. He has historically had many tag team championships with many different opponents. Booker T, his brother Cody Rhodes. It's just doesn't seem like I care that Cesaro and Sheamus are going to win. I would much rather the New Day retain and then have them retain all the way up until WrestleMania. If you're going to make this historic, let's make it historic. And then you could build something towards WrestleMania and give a team a WrestleMania moment, perhaps. If it is Gallows and Anderson, or maybe somebody else not on the roster right now. Maybe Matt and Jeff Hardy come back in February when their contracts are up. And we get the Broken Hardys versus the New Day at WrestleMania. Come on. It almost is seemingly writing itself as long as these guys come. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Come on. I can come up with so much better shit than they can. And that's just one of the many things I would do with the tag titles. But we don't have enough time to get into all the things that I would do to correct everything. We just don't. So, in the end, I expect Cesaro and Sheamus to unseat the New Day. Although I hope that is certainly not the case. In the kickoff show... Now, I don't know if the tag match is going to be added to the kickoff show. But we already know that the kickoff match, which to me, it's called a kickoff match. That means it's going to be on the kickoff show. Unless it's going to be the first match of the show. But I doubt that. Big Cass versus Rusev. Based off this whole nonsense storyline with Rusev and Little Enzo, for showing his package, how you doing, to Lana. And now we're here. This is what I thought was going to happen the next week on Raw after Rusev just destroyed Enzo. And I thought Big Cass would get in the ring and the very next week and defend his friend's honor. But, you know, they wanted to play around with it. Add Roman Reigns to the mix, of course. Because we have to add him to everything. And it just isn't doing anything for me. I don't care. To me, Enzo and Cass are a tag team. They should be the ones maybe being built up to unseat the New Day and give them a WrestleMania moment of some sort. Give them something, because all you've given them is garbage to work with. Fucking trash. They're, you know, Enzo's fantastic on the mic, and he makes the best out of what they give them to work with. But you're not giving them much. You're not giving them serious matches. You're not giving them title matches, and now you're giving them singles feuds. It makes no sense to me. So I don't really care about this match. And I expect Rusev to come out on top. If he does not win this match, then Rusev is just relegated to another one of those joke guys. Because Big Cass is not a singles wrestler. Yeah, he's big. And we all know Vinnie Mac's got a hard on for the big guys. And he's probably salivating at the thought of having Big Cass wrestle somebody for the WWE Universal title. As he already was involved in that mix. When the Universal title was first announced, he was one of the people in the mix to win this thing, even though he was in the tag team division. What is going on? I digress. Big Cass, I don't see you winning this match. This is Rusev. And you can, I mean, he'll probably look good. You can't toss him around like you toss around Enzo, but I expect Rusev to come out on top over here. Now, here's a match that many of you people will be surprised that I'm excited about, because they added a stipulation, and it's Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. And he has to last 10 minutes. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen when the clock strikes 10 on Cinderella in this match, but no matter what, we're going to see some tremendous stuff from Sami Zayn. He's going to start to build his character better, and I think this angle, regardless of all the Mick Foley stuff, even if you took that out, I mean, leaving it in there makes it more compelling, for sure. But even if you took that out, Sami Zayn versus a big man like Braun Strowman makes me think of Shawn Michaels versus Diesel. And guys like Bret Hart versus The Undertaker back in the 90s. The littler, faster, more agile, more wrestling-based guy going up against that monstrous giant of a man. And will Sami Zayn pull off the upset? I don't know. Braun Strowman, again, just like Big Cass, is a big man that Vince McMahon wants to hump and wants to put on screen more than anything, and wants to make one of the big guys in the company. There's rumors that he's going to be in the main event at WrestleMania. That he might be the one to win this Royal Rumble. I really hope not. I really hope not. Because Sami Zayn is who I think should win the Royal Rumble. This is not the Royal Rumble review. This is the Roadblock review. And Sami Zayn's probably not going to win this match. Braun Strowman's going to maintain his dominance, his monstrous, his what's the word I'm looking for here? I've been losing a lot of words lately. His monstrous appearance. Appearance was not a hard word to forget. What the fuck is wrong with me? Maybe I need a little fuel. A little Dr. P. Going right down the throat. I need to wet my whistle a little bit anyway. So, Braun Strowman's going to win. And Sami Zayn is going to take this loss either by countout or some kind of thing. But he's going to make it to 10 minutes. I think it's got to go 10 minutes. And I don't think Braun Strowman is going to stop beating him up throughout the entirety of this thing. And hopefully will be the launch point for Sami Zayn, and we'll be building him up to something bigger. And we'll talk about that more on the Nightmare Room tomorrow, right here on YouTube. WWE Cruiserweight Championship on the line. The outlandish Rich Swann in a triple threat match versus TJ Perkins and Lee Brian Kendrick. If they give this match enough time, this is going to be the match that steals the show. As I've said many times here, I'm not high on TJ Perkins. I don't like his look, his gimmick, his music, his outfit. I don't like anything about him, but he can wrestle. So he's going to do this match a great justice just by being part of it. Traditionally, to have more than two men in a cruiserweight match doesn't hinder the match, in my opinion. A lot of people just want the one-on-one straightforward, but when you add a third cruiserweight, a lot of craziness can happen, and that's what I am looking forward to. Rich Swann has been tremendous. One of my favorite new guys in the cruiserweight division. The Brian Kendrick, what more can you say about him? He's the baddest cruiserweight on the roster. He's evil, he's conniving, he's dirty, he cheats to win. I love the Brian Kendrick. He is going to be the one to propel all of these cruiserweight baby faces to superstardom if he continues on this path that he has been. Brian Kendrick, fantastic. This is going to be a fast-paced, high-impact match. I hope they give it at least 10 minutes, maybe more. Give it 15. Give them 20 minutes. It's a title match. And watch what the fuck happens. And then watch your network subscriptions grow, because people are going to want to tune in to 205 Live and see more of these guys, because if you feature them here, it's not going to hurt anybody. And you know what? I don't think a lot of people are even going to be tuning into this, to be honest with you. There's going to be a lot of us like me that, you know, I'm kind of on the fence about this one, even watching it at all. If I didn't do these reviews and stuff now, I might just like watch it at an arm's length. But I want to be able to give you guys a good and accurate review of the show, so I'm almost forced to watch it. But as a wrestling fan, you know, what am I really forcing myself to do? I'm going to sit through either 3 to 4 hours of nonsense, or they might surprise me and give me a really good show, which in the next match, this one just might prove that to be the case. Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho in a WrestleMania-worthy event. I don't know how this match is going to play out. We all know Y2J is on his way out. Most likely after the Royal Rumble. Maybe he sticks around to WrestleMania, but he's got to get ready for his summer tour with Fozzy. So, I don't expect him to be winning a lot. There's rumors he might win the Royal Rumble and end up being in the main event at WrestleMania versus his best friend Kevin Owens for the title, which I wouldn't hate it. But, you know, knowing that he's not going to be around, you already know he's not going to win, and it's just going to take a lot of the steam right out of the main event before it even gets going, as soon as you put Chris Jericho in there. But versus Seth Rollins here at Roadblock, I expect this to probably steal the show. Probably be even better than the Cruiserweight match. You have a seasoned veteran in Chris Jericho, who not only is fantastic on the mic, but delivers 100% in between those ropes. And then you got Seth Rollins, which, enough said, just by saying that. Seth freaking Rollins, man. He's going to go out there with one of the best in the game, and we're going to get a great show. He's not wrestling Triple H. He's not wrestling somebody else that we don't want to see him wrestle. He's wrestling Chris Jericho, who is a mat wizard, who is a wrestling genius, and is not worried about getting himself over because he knows his place. And if this is the first time he puts over Seth Rollins in a big way, I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Jericho loses this match to Seth Rollins. And that is my prediction, as Seth Rollins will win this match. Maybe we have an interference from Kevin Owens, even if it's by disqualification. One way or another, expect Seth Rollins to come out on top. 30-minute WWE Iron Woman match for the Raw Women's Championship, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair. I have been very vocal on this channel and in the last few reviews of Monday Night Raw specifically about how much I do not care about this particular portion of Raw and such with this match. 30-minute Iron Man match, yes. Iron Woman match, that adds intrigue. But let me explain to you something. This match should have come before a Hell in a Cell. Just like a Last Man Standing match and all these other gimmick matches, no DQs and all this, there's a progression that you're not following, WWE, and you're doing everything backwards. It's regressing. You gave us the biggest event you could give us to blow off all feuds. You gave us this match in a Hell in a Cell, and it came out like shit. Like complete dog shit. And you realizing this, we said, well, we'll keep this feud going. I don't know why you would want to keep this feud going. Hey, Jerkoff's in creative. What are we going to do now that the Hell in a Cell failed? Well, this is what we'll do. We'll just keep the feud going. We'll keep it going until we don't know what else to do with it. We'll give them every single match that we have because we're idiots and we don't know what to do with the girls here. That's what I think a creative meeting looks and sounds like when it comes to the women of the WWE. It's just terrible the way these girls have been treated. It's not their fault. I love both of these girls as competitors. I love Charlotte Flair being a second-generation superstar. I've said it many times. I love the children of the people that I grew up enjoying, and I want nothing more for them to succeed, but I want them to be good at it. I want them to be natural like their parents were. If you can look me in the eye right now, take a good look in either one, and tell me that Charlotte Flair is even half as good as Ric Flair was, you can't, because it would be a fucking bold-faced lie. The apple has fallen far from the tree. And yes, she has a certain charisma about her naturally. And yes, her wrestling ability in the ring is fantastic. But she just doesn't have it the way the Nate had it. It's almost like it's in there, but she's afraid to let it out. And once she lets those nerves go and stops giving a shit about messing up and just let herself feel it and go with it, she's going to be better for it. And she could possibly be the best on the roster. But there's too much pressure on these girls. And they're performing subpar. At least in the eyes of this fan. And after watching for 35 plus years, I think I know what I'm seeing when I'm watching in the ring. 30 minutes are going to go by, and I don't think we're going to have not one pinfall. And seeing how they try to mimic the Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley, they're going to try to mimic another historic moment and just give it to the women, where Shawn and Brett went the whole hour and nobody got the pinfall, and then we're going to have a sudden death overtime where Charlotte's going to somehow win this fucking title back. That's what I think is going to happen. You could write it down and say that Nick Nightmare fucking said this on Friday at what the fuck time is it? I don't know. 4:32 p.m. on Friday. This is what I said is going to happen in the Iron Woman match. Not one pinfall. If a pinfall occurs and they end up flopping back and forth, then I'm wrong. And what the hell are you going to do about it? Sometimes you're fucking wrong. But that's the way I think they're going to go with it. 30 minutes, nothing's going to happen. Controversy at the end. Maybe Ric Flair comes out, distracts Sasha inadvertently, since he's on her side for some reason. And Charlotte wins the match. Charlotte's going to get her title back. And we're going to keep hot potatoing this title back and forth till the fucking cows come home, and I can't stand it. finally, in what should be the main event, I mean, I don't know, they might give it to the ladies. For all I know, with Raw, they'll make fucking Enzo and Cass versus Rusev the main event, the way things are going over there. Yeah, let's put them in the main event because, that they're two big guys. Rusev used to be, I can't even think of anything good to throw in there because it just makes fucking no sense. Zero. Absolutely. But I hope that they finally give the Universal title the respect of closing the show, and I am not anticipating this whatsoever. Because everybody is saying that, again, since the creative can't formulate an original thought in their fucking heads, there's rumors going around saying that they're going to do to Roman Reigns what the UFC did with Conor McGregor. And Conor McGregor recently, if you don't know, had 2 heavyweight championships in 2 different divisions. And he was forced to drop one. And that's what looks like is going to happen. Roman Reigns is going to come out of this match as the new Universal Champion. I don't know if it's going to be Chris Jericho's fault. I don't know if they're going to just straight up let him beat Kevin Owens because they have no respect for Kevin Owens. He's had his shoulders pinned to the mat only every single fucking week since he's won the title. As long as the title's not up for grabs, his shoulders are getting pinned to the mat cleanly, making your champion look like a fool. And I fucking hate it. But I fully expect Roadblock to be the end of the line. End of the line. Let's call it the end of the line. Since we have so many feuds coming to the very end. And you know what? The year's coming to the end, Mr. McMahon. It's the last pay-per-view of the year. Let's call it the end of the line. Goose Fraba. Roman Reigns is going to be our new Universal Champion. And he's probably going to drop the U.S. title. Or be forced to do so by the McMahons and Foley. Or whatever. However they ended up. That's what I think's going to happen. You're seeing it right here. And you might be seeing this. I can't get this straight because everything's fucking backwards here. I'm pointing to Kevin Owens, but it's going to fucking Roman Reigns. It's this way. There we go. It's one at this finger. Here we go. There. Kevin Owens. Might be the last time we see this ugly fucking pizza skin belt on the shoulder of him. And it's going to go. See, now I want to point to him and I'm going to point to this jerk. It's going to go to this guy. This guy right here. And all I can hope is that he don't have both titles long and that they get something going with the Universal title. If Kevin Owens somehow comes out on top of this, I will be fucking shocked. I'm going into this completely thinking the opposite. So I'm pulling for Kevin Owens more than fucking anything. And I hope you guys are too. I know my wife's not, and that's okay. I love you, honey. You could love your Roman, and that's fine. But in this instance, I do not agree with him beating my world champion, Universal Champion for Raw. It should be held off. He's not ready yet. They still don't know what to do with him. They just want to keep him in the main event, and it's just still not working. And they're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Do you really think it's going to go over well again? The same fucking thing is going to happen to him that happened to him in Philly when he won the title the first time, and he's going to get booed out of the building. I'm sorry. It's just the way it's going to be. And we're going to have to deal with that and the fallout from that Monday night on Raw. But before that, do not forget to tune in right here on the Sledgehammer Sports Network for the Nightmare Room. Tomorrow night, we are going to talk about the WWE new United Kingdom Championship. We are going to talk about the Dana Brooke incident that I had on Twitter that I just need to bring to everybody's attention because it's fucking hysterical. So make sure you tune in for that. And we are going to have a little taste of a review of TNA's offering to us from the mentally disturbed mind of Matt Hardy and his friends down there Tag Team Apocalypto was last night, and I have a few things to say about it. So, make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Nightmare Room. Sunday, immediately following the Roadblock pay-per-view, as I try to untie my tongue here, we are going to do live the review of the show Sunday night right here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you tune in, be here, check it out, interact, chat with me live, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for joining me for the Roadblock end of the line preview and predictions. I love you guys. Thank you so much. From my boy Blue, the Snowball Microphone, making me sound so good each and every time. I love you guys. Thank you for joining us here, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Nightmare Room. Have a good one.